why.
Is it possessed with the spirits of the day the music died?
I think so. I really do think so. I don't know what the deal is with it, but either way, I'm going to save this podcast episode I did earlier and then do new. Yeah, I literally just finished the podcast a minute ago. Featuring... yeah, we should be live now. Part 2. Does it say part 1 or part 2 on the title?
It's reload. Part 2, yeah.
Okay, cool. Wanted to make sure I did that one right. Let's give these folks a little bit of a little something. Oh, yeah. They ain't ready. Oh, motherfucker. It was just getting cool. Oh, well. We tried. I clicked something else to pull a podcast song in here on the...
Do you have a new podcast song?
Nah, it's the same one. You ever listen to this one here?
Yeah.
This is the OG.
Yeah.
This is the podcast song. This is the music to Where's My Monster. I always use that one.
Yeah, I know. I was asking if you got a new one.
That's actually the other one that I was just playing was an old one, actually a super old one, and I used in episode number 2.
Oh.
And I listened back to it, and
episode.
I was like, what? I was like, dude, that's just sick right there, man. Nah. Yeah, all right, so yeah, I'm going to let this play in through the part that actually gets decent while I share everything to Facebook here real fast. Facebook. We're going to talk about some Game of Thrones today, y'all. Live right meow. With Seth Scolaro. Talking more Game of Thrones. Save. And then I can do this thing right here, which is real neat. So yeah. So anywho, you got that there in front of you, so you can see the chat, correct?
I mean, is there any chat going on right now?
No, I just wanted to make sure you could see it. There's nothing there yet, but there will be. Because I was just live a minute ago, and I told a few people that I was going to be going live again shortly, so they'll be back. Anywho, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get some content for you. Just what was it? This microphone is possessed by
Day the music died?
the day the music died. That's so good.
Well, Valar Morghulis, right?
Oh goodness, Valar Morghulis, dude. Now what is the thing you're supposed to say back?
Valdo Harris.
Yeah, Valdo Harris. How do you know that? Well, of course, because you know everything. So anyway, let me go ahead and get hot on this audio here. Check your mic there.
Check my mic there.
Oh, well done.
Thanks.
Well done. All right. So,
job.
excuse me. This is the episode where I just clear my throat the whole time. I waited until we went rolling on audio to take that giant sip of water. I could have done all that right before I hit record, but
Well, if there's anybody out there listening, they know it's hot out there, and that probably audibly stimulating.
Is it ever hot, man?
It's very hot.
Goodness. It really is. So, Brother Seth Scolaro, ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited return.
Hi.
And so, yes, there may be a camera issue at some point during this. I'm going to go ahead and address that now. If the camera cuts out, forgive me. We're going to stream for as long as we can. Just wanted to say that before we go any further.
No, you're not missing much.
Yeah. But, there will be links. You can check out the whole thing on audio there. But, yeah, we're going to try to get this whole thing. Anyway, we are going to talk about Game of Thrones, which you spent how many years invested in?
Yeah,
books included.
Well, books they didn't come till after the first season for me.
Okay.
So I did. I started from the first episode, like debut night, like April of 11.
Okay.
Like, so at least 8.
Okay, so yeah,
I've been there since the beginning as far as the show goes.
Now, I, on the other hand, started watching Game of Thrones. I saw season 1, episode 1 about a month ago. And I watched.
I was so excited when I heard.
Yeah.
Even though I think I told you not to watch it, but you did anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
All right. Yeah, let's hear.
I
want to hear your.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
I decided years ago that when everybody was like, dude, the way you like Harry Potter and this stuff like this, man, you will love this show. And I was like, I know I will. That's why I'm not going to watch it yet, because I'm impatient. And I've said this joke forever, but it never gets old. What am I, a peasant? I'm going to wait a week to watch this thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've got Netflix, and I've had it since they shipped DVDs to my house. Like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm sorry. That's not the way it goes.
So you just started like a month ago, you said?
Yes, I started like a month ago. I watched every single episode from beginning, season 1, episode 1 to current.
So did you
in
put off
7.5 days?
Did you put off your patience? Damn, 7.5 days.
Yes.
Did you put off your patience, and did you watch this season live, or did you wait till the last episode to watch all that?
No, I watched each episode live. I watched 4, 5, and 6, or 5 and 6 live.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched 5 and 6 live. 5 was the one that everybody complained about the visual. No, okay, so I watched 4, 5, and 6 because that was 4. Yes, I watched from season 1, episode 1 to season 8, episode 3 in 7.5 days.
I guess you didn't have any gigs that week?
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I had Dick to do that week, and I think I had one gig. And I watched the entire thing in that allotted time.
Well, yeah, I remember I saw you on a Thursday, and you were
I was
you
done.
were at the beginning of 4.
Yeah,
you were like 2 or 3 episodes deep into 4.
Yeah.
So, because I hadn't seen you. I knew I was just like, so he's got the Mountain and the Viper coming up.
Oh yeah, dude. Man.
All right, before we get into anything too specific, though, just overall thoughts.
Okay, overall thoughts.
How did it change you as somebody experiencing a new media?
I am so glad I waited to watch it the way that I did, because I understand that people.
Hairs out.
Yeah, well, not just that, but I see how if you have to wait a week between each episode to think it over a bunch, instead of just getting to see what the writers wanted you to see next. Like, because that's the way I got it. See, folks who watch it a week at a time have a week to talk it over between everybody else, and then it becomes more theirs than it becomes the writers, because you feel like you spend more time with it, you know? Mm-hmm. So instead of having to wonder what's going to happen next, I can simply just find out by watching the next episode, you know? And then I went to it from that mindset. So I thought it was fantastic from start to finish. I thought it was great. I did notice when the books ran out, I noticed like season 5 was good, but it started
getting a little Michael Bay.
Yeah, it definitely. I could see. Yeah, Michael Bay is a good way to say it. Yeah, it did start to get a little like where it was more about the I guess the battles or whatever, where it was
the visuals and the big budget and
Yeah, exactly. And I think that I could tell that the writers relied on that a little bit more because I mean, shit, when you got a dragon that you can film flying around or whatever, I mean, why show anything else?
Take a shot, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but we didn't need that every episode.
No. But I like the dialogue. I like the character development. I thought that everybody really came into their own. I feel like the writers sort of began to write the characters around the way the actors were portraying them at that given time. Like, and I don't know. I think they did a good job, and I feel bad that everybody kind of ragged on them. But I kind of understand that people who spent all this time watching them feels like, you know, they might have got shafted. But I'm sorry, Lost broke me of ever watching a show live.
Well, yeah, I was never a Lost fan, so I didn't. I've heard.
Yeah,
I've heard. You know,
Lost broke me of that. I'll never do it again.
So yeah, fuck it. So all right, so that was a nice take. I like your take. So I got to ask you, just going way back to season 1, episode 1. What is your first thought? Bran pops in the window, and the Lannister twins are fucking.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I was like, oh, fuck. So this is one of those. See, what's funny is I've tried to watch season 1, episode 1 like 4 times in the past, and I was just like, you know what? I couldn't get halfway through it. But guess what? Once you get right past that halfway point, once
those credits roll, you're like, okay, I kind of want to see what episode 2 is all about.
Yeah, when I see that's just like so weird, but it's so strange how that sort of becomes normal after just like seeing it for a while, and then as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh fuck, like that is different.
Yeah, then it's like, well, that's a little more than Law and Order has to give me, I suppose.
Yeah, like, okay, so this is one of those then. And it's also crazy to see the difference in cinematography, or I guess budget, between that episode and like current stuff. Because I'm watching it and I'm like, man, this looks old. Right? Like, 8 years ago isn't that long ago, but man.
Well, you know, season 1, 10 episodes, their entire budget was $60 million.
Yeah.
So, but like that's kind of like that's a big charm of season 1. It's like, you know, looking back, like we said, considering what we've seen in the past, you know, half of the series
with all unknown actors.
Yeah, how much it's gone off the rails visually. Just looking back at season 1, and even then, like it was like, you know, there's still something stunning about it.
Yeah.
Just when you know,
artistically, it was beautifully done.
You had to visualize an entirely created world.
Yeah.
Geography and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot to take into account on that.
Castle architecture. The wall. I mean, just seeing the wall for the first time, it's like once again.
So big.
Oh, it's going to be one of those.
Yeah. And when they talk about just the... And here's the thing, and I didn't even think about it until this very moment, just now. I fucking hate zombie shows because they're dumb. Sorry. But I never felt that about the
whites.
Yeah, I never felt that about them. Like, because it's definitely zombies, but not.
But not like But there's something more nefarious about them.
Yeah.
Or at least we thought there was. We thought there was gonna be.
Well, I was just about to say, I bet that's one of your biggest qualms. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because I kind of I feel the same way. Because speaking of media translated, like I did read the Walking Dead comic series like back when, and then I was excited when the show was coming out.
Yeah.
And then by season 2, I was just like, all right, that was fun. I'm done with this. And then I haven't revisited since, just because it just became too much of just a zombie show as opposed to like the first personal. It was. And I mean, and then zombies have just been done to death in the last decade. Yeah. So, but that being said, ice zombies are different.
Wow. Right? Like, I don't know why that was so much different. Like, why I look at that so much differently.
I think it's because it's not based on like an well, I mean, it is in the long run an apocalyptic kind of thing, potentially. But it's not like how zombies are usually... Like, they don't bite you. It's not a virus. It's not society breaking down. It's a hidden enemy.
Who has this fucking wizard power, magic power.
Like, this kind of zombie exists. And it's just, they use them just for certain scenes of people that are in the know. But, yeah, they it pulls it off just because of the different setting. Because, not too many people... Well, not since Army of Darkness have we seen too many medieval zombies, I guess. I'm sure there has been some, but I can't remember. Well, fucking Lord of the Rings technically had
orcs, but
well, they're just undead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't know. This show seemed different. I guess I just put so much faith in it because people that I respected had told me good things about this show, and I was like, okay, I trust what you're going to do. I trust that you're not going to give me like werecats like True Blood did or something.
Like when I told you I think I was on this podcast, you were like, I never watched it, and I was like, don't. That's like the nicest thing I could say about the show.
Is don't watch it.
Don't watch it. It's like a wishy-washy girlfriend.
Don't watch it. Don't watch her. But so you're saying don't watch it because do you feel like you got your heart broken in the end?
No, I just mean like don't watch it because like
it's too emotionally.
Yeah, you'll get emotionally attached and invested into it, and then certain things, whether it be in story, in lore that upset you, or the real world aspect of it, where it's like, why'd you go that direction?
Yeah.
D&D.
Yeah, why'd you go that direction? Indeed.
So, that's basically... Because I think when I said that to you, we were probably around season 6-ish. So it was like where the creator's writing was really starting to come out more in the show. Which every season that is still based on books, like, they let slip in, like, a little more every season where it's like, this is us. They'll do a little change. Like, here's a good example right off the bat, if you don't mind.
No, go.
Me giving you a major difference from the books. And now, have you already gone down and like read lists and stuff?
No, I haven't. But Patrick pointed out a lot of those things too in his talk. I wanted to get him here, but he's in Atlanta.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. I guess that's a good reason. All right. Did he tell you the Robb Stark one?
I don't know
about his wife and his reason for getting married.
No, maybe. I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, here's a good example of that and why I'm picking this one. But so in the books, what it is he's injured in a battle.
Yeah.
They take over some castle that abandoned him to the Lannisters in the Westerlands. And like the maid of the castle, she nurses him back to health. And that's when he finds out that of course they're not, but the Bran and Rickon were murdered.
Yeah.
So he's like all sullen, he's wounded, she's nursing him back to health. Hey, guess what? This guy's a king. She's a little lady. They end up banging. So he is so guilt-stricken over taking her maidenhead without, like...
Yeah.
Being, like, he's basically devaluing her on the market. Because of his honor that he shares with his father, he marries her. It's not based on love. It's just because, like, he banged her and popped her cherry. So he's like, I have to marry this woman now. So that's why he broke his vow to the phrase... And that's why. And so, but in the books, they're like, no, you cannot bring her to Edmure's wedding. Like, there's like, leave her somewhere else. So she's not actually at the wedding. But I realized that's why they went with a different character on the show, with some girl from Essos who's just from some minor house. And it was out of love, and, they had chemistry and all that horse shit. Just so they could get that shot of that little baby bump.
Dude, that was the second most disturbing thing I had seen at that point.
What was the first?
That fucking 10-year-old sucking on that tit. Dude. He's like 10 years old.
Is the bad man going to fly?
Yeah.
I want to see him fly.
Yeah, Jesus. That was the most... That whole situation was the most unnerving point in that, because for some reason even though she was kind of awful in the beginning, we loved Sansa Stark.
Yeah.
For some reason,
you sympathized with her.
Yeah, and then you see that she's just off in this distant place with this fucking creep. I never trusted him for a second.
Littlefinger?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's kind
of
built that way.
You never, don't trust him for a second. And I'm sorry, but he just being get your lips off of our Sansa Stark, damn it.
Well.
But no, that whole portion of the show where she was there and he was doing the make the bad man fly shit, and after I've done seen him like, and you got to think, I saw this in 7 days. So, like, he's, like, sucking his tit and then talking about Batman Fly all in, like, it seemed very quick for me. I don't know how much
only imagine what your dreams were like that week.
No, well, I don't dream because I get high before I go to sleep. So, but.
That's a shame.
Yeah, still.
All men must dream.
Well, it's better if I don't know about them. It's better if I don't. I'm sure you dream every night. You just don't remember them, so they say.
Yeah,
so
that's what I hear.
Yeah, it's better that I'm not really involved in those different dimensions that I go to when I'm asleep.
Fair enough.
Anyway, yeah. So just that whole scene, just walking in and seeing him, he's like, and my thing was, how does this not count as some sort of like pedophilia in a way? I know that it's actors portraying a role
because it's a fake tit.
Yeah, we Googled it, but my initial thought was, this isn't right. Like, I felt like really uncomfortable seeing that, and then I realized that it was a prostate. It was a fake tit.
Hey man, a titty on HBO is a titty, you know.
Yeah, right. But dude, that's what I mean.
That's why we watch HBO.
And I'm just like, dude,
maybe
how
I'll
is
see
this?
a titty?
And plus, how does a woman produce milk for that long?
I guess if you keep sucking it.
I've seen all the memes between him and Tormund. It's like, so I guess a high milk diet makes you grow to be a strong man.
Oh yeah, because all of a sudden, episode 8, he's this Johnny Depp looking fella.
Yeah. Apparently, this is what you look like now, and the girls are going nuts. Yeah. No pun intended.
I know he's like the new Kylo Ren.
Yeah. The new Kylo.
Yeah. Kylo, did you ever suck at Leia's titty when you were 7? I didn't think so.
By the way, I finally watched Solo.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
Very good. Yeah, I thought it was very good. It was fun.
It's stupid, but it's fun.
I think we needed it.
It's simple.
Anyway, but...
Well, maybe we didn't need it because it bombed by Star Wars standards, and then they were like, all right, let's stop making Star Wars movies for a minute.
Yeah, well. Anyway.
Yeah. We'll get. Oh, trust me, I'll get back to Star Wars eventually. It's all related to this, but go on. Where were we?
I was just talking about how uncomfortable the thing was, but you were talking about the belly stab. The belly stab, man, that was just awful just to see.
So when he closed the doors, were you like, is something about to go down?
Well,
or
I didn't trust him. Because he's
never
Filch.
Trust the late Lord Frey.
Because he's Argus Filch from Harry Potter.
Oh.
Like, I was like, he's a squib. He can't even do magic.
I know how this guy is typecast. I don't trust him for a minute.
I also watched that other show that he was in where he was the good guy, apparently. And I still didn't get on board, man. But anyway, yeah. I didn't trust him. As soon as I saw the door shut, I think that honestly, I watched so much in a row that I was just literally so enthralled in it to where I'm just like not even thinking about what's going on. I'm literally just witnessing it.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing because so many crazy things happen so quick in the show, like season 1 taking like arguably your favorite character from the show in season 1 like sets you to, okay, so it's going to be one of those. This is what's going to happen. Okay, so now it's like
that's the 18th time I've said that this season.
Yeah,
so it's going to be one of those.
Oh, so it's going to be one of those.
I know, and if you don't mind me just saying, and considering how up to episode 9 of season 1 you had so many countless, oh, it's going to be one of those moments.
Yeah.
And then that one still tops it all.
It does. I think that's the only, they knew that. I think that's or he knew, George Martin knew that. That's the only way you can.
Like, that is brilliant. Like, killing the protagonist in the first act.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And what's crazy is that he still is victorious in the end. In a way.
Yeah.
In a way, he is victorious in the end, no matter what. Which is beautiful, and I think. But we'll get to the ending way later. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's so much that happens so early on in the show that it sort of like takes away my try to guess what's going to happen next, because obviously they're going to do something different. So when I saw the door shut, I thought nothing of it. I was just like, he's sitting here.
Oh yeah, well, it's probably chilly out. They want to close the doors.
Yeah, whatever happens, and then all of a sudden he brings out like good time to spend with family or whatever the fuck he says. Not that I'm mixing up the scene where the other one.
Mixing up your phrase scenes.
Yeah, sorry, but it's the same shot basically, so it's confusing a little bit. And plus, like I said, I watched them all together. So, but yes, that scene, just as soon, because that's the first thing that you see is somebody come around and go shh. Right into the pregnant belly, man. Man.
Well, there goes baby Edard.
Yep, there he goes. But you know what? It's just so much other shit immediately happened that you're like, oh well, at least that person. Oh, well, at least at least we get the one that we really want, and it's like, no, like that one was crazy. Which Patrick told me. The spoiler from the book, which they didn't even allude to in the show, about who some lady was who had been
Lady Stoneheart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
didn't
they
even
totally
come
skipped
up.
that.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. She can't speak no more. I got too deep.
Oh God. But. That was a very satisfying Arya moment.
Oh, the Red Wedding 2.0.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was awesome. Just now, everybody? Me and my sister talked about this, and I agreed with her. Our favorite characters steadily throughout the series were Arya and Tyrion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's supposed to be the most fan friendly.
Well, dude, their characters were great, and I ended up, but the greatest character swing was the Hound.
Yeah, he's got a great redemption arc.
Yeah, that was the greatest character arc.
Jaime was supposed to have a good redemption arc, but we'll get to that later.
Right? He had every opportunity.
My favorite character is Davos Seaworth.
Do you know what, man? Davos wasn't bad. He makes it to the end.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe he made it to the end. But
I saw him walk around the corner. I was like, okay, this scene's about to be great.
Like, I would say, like, the saving grace of the series finale was just, I don't know if I get a vote, but I.
Yeah.
Stupid as that scene was, but yeah, he saved it. Anyway, back, all right. Yeah, Tyrion. They kind of milquetoasted him towards the end.
Yeah, they put him in these situations where, like, you're not going to kill off Tyrion. Like, I mean, they could have,
well,
but
just if you don't have source material to write Tyrion, like, it's kind of hard to write Tyrion. I don't think they saw that one coming, so it's just I drink and I know things. Like, that's the highlight of theirs. Just like, that's the best you got.
It's funny. I did read the rest of the joke.
The honeycomb and the
he never tells the whole thing on the show,
which I'm not sure if that's. I think somebody just made that up, or is it an old joke?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's actually sourced from the show.
Maybe, but I don't think he ever says it in the show at all.
No. I just mean, like,
or from the books.
Yeah, I think somebody on the internet was just like wrote, like, or maybe it's already a joke in just some other form. You know?
It's funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, Yeah, he had a really good, like, you get to the point where you feel bad for him because of, like, him feeling bad for himself, kind of, but then you get a little further in and you're like, this dude's a little whiny, but then you sort of see why, and it's like, okay, I kind of get that. Like, you know, you've had it rough.
He's got some daddy issues.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Oh, and by the way, Patrick told me about that difference in the spoilers between the book and the movie, or the book and the show as well, about the
Tyrion got no nose. Oh no.
No,
Taisha.
No, Tywin. How Tywin dies when he kills in the show. He just shoots him with a crossbow, but apparently in the books he had been poisoned, and he shoots him with a crossbow as like a.
Oh, well, that's like a theory.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a theory that that Oberyn poisoned his food, and that's why he's in the shitter in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. It's not explicitly stated.
Oh, okay. I was thinking. Yeah, I must have misunderstood what Patrick was saying.
That's a popular theory, but I don't know if it's.
Oh, well, either way,
anyway,
he needed to die because he was a shitbag. No pun intended.
He's a great character, though.
Yeah, great character.
Tywin is definitely a memorable.
He was a hardcore dude. Like, even that Joffrey shit, which by the way, that little piece of shit.
Tell me, sister.
Bro, this Joffrey guy, he was the most dislikable character I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's going to be like that.
He was probably the most dislikable fictional character I have ever seen, and he has ruined his chances of ever being a good guy in a movie ever.
Oh, that guy quit acting.
After good.
He made, before Game of Thrones was over, he said, like, this is my last hurrah, and then he went to school for a real thing.
Good, because he's never going to be able to. Dude, I'm sorry.
I'm sure he knows.
If this dude is like a surgeon and he walks in to perform surgery on your. And you're like, yeah, I'm sorry, but who's going to allow that? Nobody who's ever seen Game of Thrones or a single Game of Thrones meme is going to see fucking Joffrey walk into the operating room and allow them to perform surgery. Like, no, I'm sorry, but we hate you. We don't care who you are.
Or if he comes a lawyer and he just walks in and just, guilty.
Yeah, guilty. Exactly. Yeah. Or if he's like a psychiatrist, like, I'm not talking to you about any of my problems, dude. You are my problem right now.
You're going to cut my head off. I know it.
Like, Jesus.
So I'll stop thinking.
Oh, man. What an awful character. I think that he takes the cake as of awful characters. He is right above Cersei. He's right above her.
You learn from the best.
Right? Yeah, man, he took all of the bad and none of the good.
So did you feel, all right, looking back now, like you said, you were just taking it all in at once, but like how they kind of, that's the word I'm looking for, phased it perfectly in. So right as you're losing Joffrey, then Ramsay started coming about. Like looking back, you just kind of like, oh, they're just grooming the next character for us to hate. Or it's just like, they're just kind of making them like Joffrey.
Yeah, I don't know. And then that's sort of, I think that was the biggest turning point for us to like really start feeling that love for Sansa, like, because we just like, this poor girl just can't catch a break. Everywhere she goes, she gets like fucked over in some awful way, and you just feel so bad for her. But yeah, I definitely realized that they were grooming him to be the next little
shit.
Yeah, the next little shit. And God, was he ever. And by the way,
tell me.
You know who I really began to hate about halfway through that I don't think a lot of people agreed with me on was Theon Greyjoy.
Oh yeah, who gives a shit?
Dude, he was just he's such a fucking pussy.
It's like forgive me if I sound terrible by saying this, but
Forgive me for using these terms, by the way. Forgive my language.
I don't care about that, but I can't sympathize with a eunuch. Like at least with Varys. It's like with Varys, like he's like doing things beyond himself.
Yes.
Whereas Tyrion is still kind of coming at it from like a personal thing, and it's like, dude, just fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, why are you
Theon, not Tyrion.
Oh, did I say Tyrion?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, like Theon Greyjoy, apparently all he had was his manhood and changed his name to Reek. Dude, that was the weirdest thing. That was the weirdest thing to witness. Just that whole like loyalty, like turned him into a dog, like took everything away from him.
Torch is a hell of a drug,
dude. Just he fucking turned this guy into something completely different. And
it rhymes with sneak.
Yeah, it's just so bad. It was so bad. But I really liked his sister's character. I can't remember her name.
Well, it's really Asha, but in the show it's Yara because they didn't want you to be confused with Asha, the wildling.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. I know. I already see where this is going. You were like, oh, that's a Harry Potter character. Oh, she gets naked a bunch. Oh.
Is that you?
I do that.
Oh.
My
maybe
bad.
It hit the... Or maybe somebody's trying to steal your car.
Yeah, could be. Good luck, you dickheads.
Yeah, who was she on Harry Potter? I can't remember who she was. But yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, just that whole thing was good for John. Like that was actually one of the last things that I remember seeing like John do, like other than the battle things, like the battle he really did, but he's just so like nonchalant about it. He's just like I'm good at this.
Wait, what are you talking about now?
Hold on, no, which one are you talking? Am I thinking about the same little redhead that John hooked up with, the wildling?
No, I thought Asha, the one that
Asha is which one is she?
She's the one that from season 1 that attacks Bran in the woods that stays there, and then she goes off with Bran and Rickon. And she bangs Theon so they can escape Winterfell. And then she tries to bang Ramsay, and he stabs her in the neck.
Oh, yeah.
You were thinking of Ygritte.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, because...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was surprised, because I was like, I thought, like, Kelsey knows her name in Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I fucking can't remember now.
All right, well... I tried.
Brian Jordan, you guys talking about a video game?
Fuck you.
But no, hold on a second. Now I have to look because I
nice name.
I told Patrick that I was like, these are just so many names to remember. Yeah. There's so much, and I didn't take a lot of time to take it in. You know, I kind of just went through it pretty quick. So it yeah, I had a little tougher time remembering it. Why the fuck is it not letting me click on this thing right now? Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. But yeah, John, outside of the battles, did he really? He was such a boring character for a while.
Yeah, they kind of just gave up.
They
on
didn't
him.
like. They didn't. He was the one that deserved, I think, everything but they really shit on him.
Brooding and sullen. She's my queen.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
All right, I'm gonna look through here and find out. Who this?
No. Oh, yeah, I got one too.
Asha was. She'd probably be down pretty far on the cast list. Okay. Oh, fucking Nymphadora Tonks.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, yeah. And yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, she does.
Okay.
I liked her.
Yeah, you saved that one for the toilet, didn't you?
Man. Why couldn't I remember her name? She was a wildling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I didn't pick up on that.
Well, yeah, season 1 when she first gets taken in by him. And
Jesus. Fucking Nymphadora. Tonks.
Yeah, you see her, Tonks, both of them.
Dude, both of them a bunch. Hodor. Hodor.
You see her Hodor, too, I believe.
Hodor. Oh, man. That scene.
Hold the door, huh?
Dude, that scene got me.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah, that one got me.
That was a hard one to watch.
It really was.
It's really good that they went back on that and expanded on that kind of thing more in the series. Oh, wait, they didn't.
Okay, so yeah, now because a lot of the listeners have heard my take on the series and how it went, and everybody knows my consensus basically.
Yeah.
What do you think from start to finish, if you had to grade it as a complete series? Not just as individual seasons, but as a complete series. What's my
IMDb rating?
What is your IMDb rating?
I mean, it's an 8 or a 9. Of course. Like, you can't blame it all on the payoff. As much as it hurts.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is I didn't realize that the writers have changed a bunch over the course of the series.
You mean like the actual writers?
Yes, I think that they
changed the writing.
There were different writers for different portions of the show.
Not entirely, because just the Benioff and Weiss, they've still written a majority of the episodes.
Yes, but there were like several other like people who wrote key episodes, and the only reason I know that is because a couple of guys, like one of the writers who wrote the Battle of the Bastards, is now writing the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon.
Is it Cogman?
I can't remember the name, so
Cogman's usually the go-to name for who people actually like as far as writing. But like all the secondary writers, like, then again, writing an episode of TV, like it's not, the final credit is kind of weird, but Brian Cogman is usually the one most lauded for like being better than what's it called? The other two.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like when you have 8 years of experience with something instead of a month. No,
Battle of the Bastards, that was written by D&D.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like having a computer here now.
Yeah, right.
Fact checked immediately.
Yeah, that's the point of it.
Oh, thanks.
No, seriously.
Who saw that theory coming?
But yeah, let's see the Lord of the Rings. Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV hired Game of Thrones writer and producer as a consultant. Brian Cogman is following up Westeros with a trip to Middle-earth.
Guys, in all the cardinal directions.
Well done. But that makes me feel really good about, because when they said that he was one of the he wrote some of the better scenes in Game of Thrones, like, I was like really excited that he was part of the Lord of the Rings thing, because that's obviously the next move in this world.
The Lord of the Rings things.
So, You say you give it's obviously an 8 or a 9 on IMDb. Now, let's talk about the finale.
All right.
Or not the finale. Let's talk about the
season as a whole.
Let's talk about the downhill side, because I think we've pretty much like
we've sucked its dick enough.
Yeah, a big enough part of the
now let's fart and throw her out of the cab.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Mind if I lead?
By all means. I would love that.
Here's the real heartbreaking thing is if they can't fuck with the thing that I learned about and grew to love in my adulthood, and now they got to go back and fuck with the thing from the get-go, too, because I don't know if you've heard, but apparently word on the street is that they rushed the last 2 seasons because they want to get started on their Star Wars job. Yes. So, knowing where I stand on that, like, I do not like this man. Like you know, how much am I supposed to hate them? Because, all right, going back to my point is, because HBO and Martin, I think, were both like, hey, take as much time with it as you want. Make it as long as you want to finish it. And, nope, we'll do 7 episodes and then 6 episodes. And, and just be done with it. And that was just what was terrible about the last 2 seasons, is it was just so rushed and formulaic, and they just fucking gave up, and just like the numerous times, especially in the last season, where instead of seeing an emotional reaction by somebody, they would just cut to a next scene because you, as the audience, already knew, you already heard that story. So, let's not give it to you again and actually see, like, characters
develop more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just, the last 2 seasons, the characters just came down to tropes of what their characters had already been built up on. And it's like, hey, let's repeat this line from season 1. And everybody will go, ha ha. But it's like, that's just you being lazy as shit.
Yeah. Now, I'm a fan of the nostalgia part of it, to like where, like that.
I mean, when it's done tastefully, but when
it's
replacing new dialogue.
Yeah.
And, God.
A Lannister always pays his debts.
Well.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, you can repeat that one. I mean,
they say that in the beginning, like, you've always heard a Lannister always pays his debts. And I'm like, no, I haven't. But then by the end of the show, of course, I have now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Guess they all say that.
I mean, and it started before season 7 too, because even with, what'd you think of the Dorne story?
Which one is that now?
That's the sand snakes and the. Yeah, exactly. You know what? That reaction is more than enough right there.
The sand snakes.
Yeah, in that case, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
The little girls, Oberyn's bastard daughters.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the one dad that just continuously fucks all of his daughters.
No,
is that what you're talking about?
No, all right, no. It's funnier that you don't even remember it because it's so forgettable that.
Yeah, I don't at all. I don't know.
Good for you.
See, I guess that's what's. I put on Facebook a while back. I was like, I just finished watching Game of Thrones. I said I've seen a lot of people complain about it. I think those that complain about it took too long to watch it. And
genius.
I really just think it took too long to watch it. But yeah, I don't even remember that. But I thought for some reason you were talking about the bastard daughters.
Craster's Keep.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No
one calls me bastard.
Oh, but Samwell though.
Oh, Samwell.
Oh,
with his little
Samwell with his
Sam. That's not his kid.
Yeah, it's gonna grow an extra arm out of his ear one day.
Pile of legs.
But that one scene that one part, as awful as it was, did lead to where we get to see the first.
You're talking about the touch on the cheek?
Yeah, where you get to see the first like change. Yeah, the changeling.
Oh man,
Whatever you call it.
The others.
Yeah, the
White
others.
Walkers.
There you go. Don't say the others, man. That's Lost. Don't bring me back to Lost.
No, fuck that. All right.
No,
because that's why they call them White Walkers on Game of Thrones. Is because in the books they mostly call them the others, but they because of whatever
Lost.
the others are on Lost, they used White Walkers a lot more.
Okay, that makes sense.
See, that's like a thing
because
that
the
took away
books-
from the show too. Because
The books came out before the Lost.
yeah, you never had anybody being like the others take you.
By the way, I thought the books came out more recent than they did. Like I thought
it was
that.
like 96, 98.
Yeah, I thought that they came out
2000.
in like I thought they came out in like the early 2000s, like the first book, like right before the season started. I thought they came out like then.
Yeah,
like-
there have been people who have been invested in this since 1996 and still haven't gotten a pay. Well, they kind of got a payoff. Well, man, I'm sure a lot of them killed themselves.
Yeah, well,
They took a trip to the House of Black and White and asked for the gift, you know?
yeah. But oh man,
But yeah, all right, back to the final season. All right, let me start. So season 1, episode 8. God damn it.
season 8, episode
Season
1.
8, episode 1. So, it's just like, I remember after watching it, I was like, all right, that was an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's about all I got to say about it. Then episode 2, I was like, that wasn't bad. That was for me the highlight of the season was episode 2.
that
It's
was
just
the.
everybody just drinking and
Oh yeah.
like telling stories and Jamie Knight and Brienne.
Yeah.
Is that that was the highlight of that episode, I'd say. But just everybody
That was good.
except for the once again
The
where
inevitable letdown.
Tyrion talking about Bran, I'd like to hear your story. Cut to the next scene.
Yeah.
It's like so anyway, so that and then episode 3. Let me tell you. So outside of Game of Thrones, it's just somebody who's a fan of, medieval history and
Yeah.
somebody who plays the Total War games and just, knowing about like medieval and like battle strategies
Yeah.
and what's the word I'm looking for? Assessments, I don't know. Who fucking planned that fight? Well,
That was not smart.
like it's
They
just
burn
everything
all-
about it.
Like, it isn't the ones who are charging? Should they not just like?
Not start the fight.
Yeah, like let's
Well,
let's
like,
let these guys behind us take a little bit.
Usually your cavalry is batting fourth, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. You're hitting cleanup.
And so it's like, just if you are a showrunner on something in that setting, it's like you have a responsibility to at least like read a real book once in a while to like bone up on like how something like this would be done. Where it's you have half your forces outside of your castle.
Yeah,
And why not just have everything on fire from the get go? Like
that was the
thing.
thing.
When they're lighting the trench, it's like, why didn't you just do that from the start
Yeah.
and make it, about 500 more yards out there?
Well, I'll say this: old girl showing up.
Oh, are you gonna kiss Lyanna Mormont's ass?
No.
Of
course I'm not. Old girl showing up, setting the swords on fire, though.
Oh, yeah. That was all right for a second, but it's like such a
But she wipes them up too much.
yeah, that was almost like the most, maybe out of the whole season, like the most Game of Thrones-y like moment, because it was like where those are always the best parts of these stories.
Yeah.
Is where something like amps and hypes you up, and then it just doesn't come to fruition whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's like all of a sudden, oh shit, Melisandre's back. Why are they lifting their arms? And then, she starts speaking in tongues. Jaglu, magalu,
Yeah.
and then it's like, all right. I still don't like the Cav leading the battle, and then how it just all like they go,
Yeah.
and then it's the dead. It's like that is very Game of Thronesy. You know what I mean?
To where that it was like, yeah, they send all of your forces out, and you just see those fires slowly go out.
Yeah, and just like that moment of that, how
everybody
it's been doing it
about
to
the
you.
lighting, but I loved it. I thought that was brilliant.
I didn't care. The less of that episode I saw, the better, you know? But yeah, and it was just so cliche.
It did give us the best scene of probably the greatest scene of the series.
What, knife drop?
Or the season, I mean.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. I loved it. It was my hero in my story getting fucking...
Yeah, you're a hero in somebody else's story.
Yeah, well...
I mean, that, you know, like, why the fuck was John brought back to life?
Well, it's sort of... Maybe that's the thing. Maybe he was brought back to life, but it's a curse that he's never allowed to, like... He's always going to get the bottom of the barrel. Like maybe that was the price that he has to pay for being brought back to life.
Without him being there, Arya wouldn't come there, and then blah, 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 and she wouldn't have been there, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, maybe it was a curse of him being brought back
subverted.
to life. Yeah. But
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
She's my queen.
Oh, man.
She's good.
I wish that his dragon hadn't died. That was sad. He deserved it. But I wish he would have fucking touched his dog before he walked away from it too. Like, come on, man.
That's another thing. All right, that's another thing. All right, is just less ghost, more dragons towards as the dragons got bigger and they got to show them, but just. Like, use some Lord of the Rings effects where it's just like you shoot Ghost a lot closer to the camera and have John behind him or something. You don't have to use CGI all the time.
Yeah.
Just use trick camera shots. But just to diminish the relationship of those two and just make him just an afterthought. Like, it's just...
And they were made for each other.
It's like, it's antithetical to, like,
one.
Part of one of the themes of the whole series.
Yeah.
Is, like... That's literally your spirit animal.
Yeah.
And the one thing they never really, excuse me, I don't mean to be one of those guys who keeps going, well, in the books.
Yeah,
but this is like an important fucking fact there, is that they never explore on the show, and it's just starting to kind of explore it in the books. Well, we patiently await, is that, John, like all the Stark kids, is a warg. Like, he has wolf dreams, and, but he hasn't been taught, but if he knew properly, he could like warg into Ghost and do shit just like when Bran goes into Summer or Hodor. Yeah. So a big theory,
Hodor.
One of the many, is that the way John will be revived, in the literature sense of it, is that right at the moment he gets stabbed, because his last words in the book is Ghost, and in the books also at the Red Wedding, Rob's last words are Grey Wind. So the thing is, they think that he'll warg into Ghost
and just live there.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll be able to come back for whatever magic or bullshit. I'm sure he'll get his body back, because otherwise that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah,
just this talking wolf like wearing a cape and stuff. So there's and it goes back to the theory that Rob warged into Grey Wind, but then Grey Wind was just killed like 2 seconds later. So nothing you can do about that.
Oh, man, that was sad.
Yeah. Summer went out like a bitch, too.
Yeah. But, that scene with Arya in the woods where she's approached by the one, and it's like, where is that you? Or is it? And then you realize that maybe Arya literally just kind of punked out a dire wolf in a way.
Oh, she's just like, that's not you.
Yeah.
No. Because that's also a callback to season 1. Remember when Ned's like, someday you'll marry a great knight and blah, 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 and have his children, have princes for children or something like that. And she's like, no, that's not me. So in that scene, she sees Nymeria, and she's like, come on with me to Winterfell. And she takes him in, and she's like, wait, you've been out here for like 5 years.
Oh, so it was Nymeria.
Yeah, it is Nymeria.
Okay.
What she's saying is like, that's not you. Like, that's not your role to play. Like, you're a fucking wolf. You're not a pet anymore.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That scene was good.
Yeah.
Dude, she was such a badass, man. So her time with the the guy who plays Jesus in every CBS show you ever see, the faceless man.
Oh, Jack Nagar?
Yeah.
Does that guy play Jesus in one?
No, I mean, but look at him. You know,
Yeah.
he looks like it. Anyway, that whole thing was nice. I really liked her, like the training under him, like or under the other girl, whatever her name was.
The waif.
Yeah. That she was weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
Just kind of like an antagonist for the sake of having an antagonist in that story.
It's like, okay, so if we have to be
we're training together, but I hate you and I'm gonna keep trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like that, but yeah, her. I don't know. The whole Arya situation. It just seemed like she was made to excel in everything that she tried.
A Mary Sue of sorts.
Yeah. I guess so, and it just you feel like she can just she can do no wrong. Like anything she does is going to be the right thing, and I don't know. I trusted that about her, and I felt like that she having that scene where, dude, best part of that entire episode is that one White Walker standing there, and all of a sudden you just see his hair like just slightly.
Getting all wispy.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know is Arya is coming up behind Night King. Arya Jordan clearing from the free throw line with a knife in hand and
Gatorade in the other hand.
Yeah, right. But then Night King turned around and
he's so smart.
He's so smart. Knife's up here, but guess what? Drop knife, cat's knife. Right in the fucking ice heart.
And every bar in Brooklyn cheered.
Dude, seriously.
Fucking losers.
I'm sorry, man.
You realize people wrote that. It's not a sporting event, you morons.
Yeah, they don't know any better.
I know. They just like what they're told to.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
but
on.
No, I that was great. For me, that was awesome. Yeah, I thought it was great, but yes, this sort of defeats the purpose of Samwell coming back to help Jon defeat the Night King now, because that was his whole MO at that time when he stole the books from the
and they had already known about the dragon glass thing for a while.
Yeah, and I mean if that's the thing that kills them, and that all they need is
got these books. Here's a sword, Jorah Mormont.
Yeah,
that you used to kill like 4 guys.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little more. Well, and that there's the circle of Danny.
Oh, dude. But Samwell's family is awful. His mom was all right. His mom was great.
What's wrong with Dickon?
No, his mom was great. But, dude, his dad and his brother were fucking awful, and they deserve to die, I think.
Jesus, what's wrong? I
mean, his brother was fine. His brother was. Forgive me.
The problem.
Forgive me. His dad was awful. I say family. I retract that all the way back to just his dad. His brother, though, who was. Have you watched Umbrella Academy yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, his brother is the giant half gorilla guy in Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, I read that comic years ago. I don't remember anything about it, and I don't know if we're gonna.
The guy from My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of hate it. Yeah. Why? I just remember there's a girl that like plays a violin and it kills you or something.
Oh yeah.
It's like, ugh. But like just writing and like because I got to come at it with like a music perspective.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a band.
Yeah, I'm in a band. This music it just like gets into people's heads.
It's gonna be romantic, but in a chemical sort of way. All right,
that's
back to
about
GOT.
Me. Yeah, so
what the hell? Randall Tarley.
Yeah,
getting burned.
Yeah, he had it coming.
There was another sign where the writing was getting shabby. Randall Tarley, who the Lannisters just fucking kill their liege lords by blowing up basically what's the Vatican.
Oh, dude, right?
And then Jamie just gives a little speech. Well, she's bringing brown people. And he's just like, all right, says he's my queen. And then, here's the first of, she's my queen.
Yeah, she's my queen.
Whereas, the Tarleys were known, and the Tarleys and Tyrells were like fierce, staunch Targaryen supporters during the War of the Usurper. But fuck history.
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't need to know that.
Hey, you guys realize we just read the Wikipedia pages?
Dude, that's one thing that I noticed that I tried not to do. And I tried not to do it because I realized that I was going to learn more than I wanted to know or than I needed to know yet if I tried to go looking into history of things while I was rewatching, just because everything is already spoiled. But I got stopped on that the last time by Joffrey just being so fucking awful and so horrible. And I'm like, he's like just being such a dick to
there's
Tyrion.
No more lore to that. He's just a dick.
Yeah, he's being such a dick to Tyrion at his wedding. And I'm like, how does Joffrey die? Because I just needed to know. I needed to know, how does Joffrey die?
Was that satisfying for you?
You
think that wasn't good enough?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. It was great that he was just being such a little cunt at this particular moment. And he ate it. It just
he was at his own wedding. I mean,
Yeah, that was good. I don't know. I guess it was.
You wanted Robb Stark to pull up on a horse, cut his head off, and give it to Sansa, and then Cersei, would you like to make love?
Or I don't know. I don't know. He just needed to go. But the thing that I spoiled for myself was who poisoned him, and it was as soon as I Googled how does Joffrey die, I saw the picture of her, and I realized that had I not seen that picture, if I'd have just literally waited another 45 seconds, I would have seen what I wanted to know. Literally, because it happened immediately after I Googled it.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. As soon as I looked it up, it happened on screen. Literally, a fucking minute later.
Man, I guess you didn't fully express it was on those terms. I didn't realize it was a minute later.
Yeah.
I just thought it was later that day.
No. It was that. It was at the wedding when he was being awful to Tyrion and throwing his cup down on the ground, and
That's
I was
when
like,
you decided to go
I was like, dude, this little shit. He wants Tyrion. He's just trying to embarrass. He's already dumped wine on him, and he's throwing his cup on the ground. And I Google it. I was like, how does Tyrion die? And then I see a picture of his soon-to-be grandmother-in-law sitting at a table right there, and I was like, oh, so okay, and then I look back up at the screen, and at this point. He is just like, oh, well,
chugging the wine,
fill it,
yeah,
and I'm like, and you give me an empty cup and fill it, and then he starts taking it, and then he just starts trying to give a speech, and or asking Tyrion to kneel or whatever, and he doesn't kneel or something like that, and then the cake with the bird and the dead birds in the cake, that was
awesome.
Great.
The pigeon pie.
Yeah, exactly. But then he just starts drinking the wine and starts the little coughing, the poison. He's been poisoned.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Coughing.
Yeah, but yeah, he did that, and then as soon as that happened, the guy who looks like Jake from State Farm comes and picks up and tells Sansa, "We gotta go now."
Oh,
we gotta go now. We gotta get out of here. It doesn't matter.
Hollard.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
It's Hollard.
Yeah, he comes and we gotta go now, And as him saying we gotta go now made me think that she was the one who did it, who poisoned him. Had I not just seen who actually did it, I would have thought, oh, she handed Tyrion the cup from under the table. She's the one that did it.
She's still an instrument.
Yeah, well, which we find out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Just the way that they misdirected how that happened in the show was really nice. But just knowing who it was, I was like, oh, she has every right. She's protecting her granddaughter, of course.
Yeah.
Who is a smoke show, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. She used to play, what's it called? Anne Boleyn on The Tudors.
I never saw that.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She played a historical slut.
Oh, hey. Okay, there you go.
Which I don't know. Maybe a lot of that's propaganda. I don't really mean to besmirch the name Van Boleyn. I don't know the lady personally.
Yeah, well.
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, smoke show.
Dude.
Nothing wrong with Dormer.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And it seemed like she had all of the, for lack of a better term, balls that Cersei has.
Yeah, just went about it a different way.
Yeah, she's just very, she's a lot kinder about it. Like, she was, trying to give all the food to the...
She was good with PR.
Yeah, she was very good with PR. Very good. She seemed like she would have been a great queen, if given her chance. She seemed like
she was trying to do.
Yeah. And, dude, it was just so, and then the little baby brother done fell in love, too.
They ruined his character.
Yeah,
too.
They did. I felt bad for him.
Went from the great knight, chivalrous, almost a true aspect of a knight, but then it's just
he would have been a great king, I think.
By the way, he's gay, and it's just they just had to make that his character. He couldn't just be gay. A gay guy who does all this stuff.
Well,
they narrowed down his character to just being a gay guy.
Yes. Now but I'm talking about not her little brother, but Joffrey's little brother, poor little brother.
Oh, Tommen. I'm sorry.
Tommen, who ends up being
here I am giving the Dolores speech about how they destroyed his character.
No, but they did. You're right about that. They really did. Now I didn't. I don't know. That wasn't fair.
It's it's just
Yeah.
They don't even. I don't even think they realized how homophobic they were being with that whole character arc of his. By trying to make him, but still being hey, look, we have a gay character. It's but you're just making him this meek little pussy after being, a guy who fucking took the mountain down in a joust.
Yes.
Did we forget
who
that
does
so
that?
soon?
Yeah. But still, when young King after Joffrey comes in and she goes in and basically seduces him.
Are you trying to break the record? He said, "What's the record? I think we could." On that note, do you mind if I take a pee break?
Oh, by all means. We're getting up there to about the hour and 11. After this, we can. We can
put the episode 8 on or episode 6 on it.
Yeah, we can put a cork in it shortly. Well, while he's doing that, I'll take this moment to say, go to Skrewballwhiskey.com, ladies and gentlemen. Skrewball Whiskey, tomorrow's stories begin right here. Skrewball, Skrew ballwhiskey.com. Skrewballwhiskey.com. Get your peanut butter whiskey. It is delicious, I am told. I'm going to try to get Brother Seth to take a swig of it here in a minute and see if he agrees with what everybody else says, that it is indeed delicious. But also, please, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Kelsey Hudgens, KelseyHudgins. You can probably see it wherever you're looking at right now. So please click that subscribe button down below the video, or the little tiny picture in the corner of the video. You can click that at any time to subscribe as well. And leave us a few reviews on the iTunes if you're subscribed there. And if you're not subscribed there, subscribe to us on the iTunes and the Spotify and all the other things like that. So please do that, and I tell you, you'll win the big money. The big money. That was funny, wasn't it? Everybody else thought that was funny. They laughed really hard. It was.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Oh, no.
Talking to myself.
Sorry, I had to make water.
No, that's quite all right. But yeah, I was telling everyone. Do you care to?
Do you want an on-air sampling of the Skrewball?
If you want,
it's
not necessary.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure. You mind if I go straight?
Drink
it straight out the 8 bottle? Do I look like a motherfucking role model? All right, definitely.
Do you like peanut butter?
Yeah, I love peanut butter. I love whiskey. I love caramel coloring. It's definitely got a peanutty yet buttery scent to it. All right, here we go. Ooh, there it is. So yeah, it starts off as you kind of expect with any kind of flavored whiskey of that ilk. It's a little butterscotchy on the top, and then it just completely finishes with like straight. It tastes like peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle, huh?
Yeah.
Skrewball Whiskey,
And
ladies
then a
and
little
gentlemen.
buttery. So yeah, it definitely it is what it sets out to be. I like it.
Good.
I'm usually
Skrewballwhiskey.com, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm usually not a fan of flavored whiskeys, but I would drink it again.
Look at that. How you like that? I'm telling you what. You know what? They,
Miraloma, California. Oh,
That's
going
right.
back to a minute ago, though, about you witnessing Joffrey's death in the manner that you did. That's almost, not to get too meta, but that's almost like a Westerosi kind of like event happening in some way, just in the modern world.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
congratulations. Like,
Yeah.
you really got immersed in the show.
I did.
Like, to have something like that happen. Where it's just kind of funny how it's like disappointing yet satisfying at the same time.
It really is. It was like, oh shit, but at least you get that quick.
Yeah.
That instant.
Like, what were we talking about earlier?
I was like, man, this thing's getting out of hand. I was looking at Google. I was like, this thing's getting out of hand, man. They
being
just
such a dictatorian. Like, I have to know when he goes.
Well, no. I mean, the fact that like these people are watching everything that I'm looking at online, man. This shit's getting out of hand. Somebody is monitoring what I've just Googled and they're putting it on screen. But
Three-eyed crow.
the three-eyed fucking raven or whatever the fuck it is.
It's a raven. I just go crow because that's the book. Because, I want to sound all cool and OG, even though I didn't read
Is
it
it in
until
the book,
2011.
The Three-Eyed Crow?
Yeah.
That's fine, though. But anyway, yes.
Anyway. Shout out to Ed Tanner for being the first person to ever tell me about these back in the day. I never read them back then, but then once the show came out, I was like, all right. And for you, if you don't want to go into the full investment now that you've come at that, just if you want to get a feel for how it was different, of course, like everything, there's a Ice and Fire wiki,
Yeah.
and they have a chapter summary section that it's
So
not
you can just read
it's
through
not
and see
it's like maybe
the Cliff Notes version.
yeah, basically it's maybe like 1,000 words, like for each chapter.
Yeah.
And that's a quick way. I mean, hell, once you do that through all 5 books, it's like reading one book for real. So, if you don't want to get fully if you don't want to go all the way to the books, that's a good place to start.
I feel certain I'll read the books one day. Just I probably want to, just like the series, wait until George Martin says, okay, this is complete.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was doing.
Yeah. I'll
8 years later.
Because I did that with the Harry Potter series. Like I didn't start reading them all until the last book was released. Just
Smart move.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm impatient. I'm very impatient, and yeah.
I really do feel bad for people who did like pick it up in '96.
Yeah,
and it's just like, how many cancer patients have there been?
Oh man,
how many cities have been burned by drag?
Somebody born in that year is old enough to buy alcohol. This year?
Yeah, no, last year.
Last year, there you go.
Yeah. How many people in the World Trade Center are Ice and Fire fans?
Dude, that's something to think about, man. Who knows?
And it's just kind of like,
yeah.
Hurry up, George.
Did they get? Yeah, George needs to come on and do a little better. So now going back to the final season, what was
my big takeaway?
Yeah.
It just kind of hurt at the end because as me and my buddy Jerome were discussing after the final episode, it's like me and him both, we were never the biggest Daenerys fans. I was for a while for like the first season / first book.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like after after she gets the Unsullied and Astapor, that's when I kind of stopped giving a shit about her. Like, I always think that's thinking she's making the guy think she's selling the dragon. That was always...
Oh, that was good.
To me, always like the last cool thing she
That's
did.
what you said. That's exactly what you said. I was like, man, I saw that shit coming, though. I saw that one coming. Like, I was like, she's not going to give away. Like, this isn't going to happen.
So that being said, Daenerys Targaryen is still a driving force, one of the the mainest of characters on the show.
Yeah. And she is a very likable person too. I've seen a lot of her interviews, Emilia Clarke. She's
an amazing actress. She does it great.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the highlight for me of the finale, well, one of them was right before you know what happens. Is when she's going off on that little tangent to Jon, like, and we'll be married, we'll have babies, we'll go around the world, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, holy shit. Like, it took this long, but that's what I picture when I think, like, crazy Targaryen.
Yeah.
And she just kind of nailed it in that scene. And then, like, when he stabs her, it's like I said, as me and Jerm was saying, like, I felt nothing.
Me either.
This was the culmination of the whole show.
We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know who was going to do it.
And it was just
But then it had to be him, right?
Yeah, I mean, it had to be, but it was just, like, the way they went about it. Like, 5 minutes ago, she's my queen. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Jon, it has to be.
And then one conversation with Tyrion.
Yeah.
Now,
and like a lot of people on the internet have pointed out how like they go out of their way before he goes to talk to Tyrion to show him giving his sword to the Unsullied.
Yeah.
And strolls into Daenerys just armed, good to go.
Yeah, right.
I was like, that's a cracker.
Cracker
upper.
So the scene directly following that with Drogon.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
Like all of a sudden is just Drogon, this philosopher, and he's like, well, you see, it wasn't you that killed her, Jon Snow. It was the quest for the throne, and then burns it down as some kind of, symbolism. Or
does he see all the swords sticking out of the thing, and he's like,
he's a stupid animal. And
yeah.
Sharp chair, kill master.
But I guess that dude, you want to leave it up. But then
blonde lady die.
But then you see him ever so gently.
Skrewball Whiskey.
Skrewball Whiskey, ladies and gentlemen. Skrewballwhiskey.com. Then you see him ever so gently, like, cradle her up in his claw and just fly off with her. So that it sort of gives you the idea.
Another problem with this episode is it didn't feel like it wasn't closing anything. It was just setting up like new adventures. That's the thing. A weird way to do it.
Now that I've waited the entire episode to bring that up with all the other things that happen, and it seems like a lot of the Starks got their storybook ending except for the bastard Stark.
Well, no, he's still got his storybook ending because
but he's a wildling now.
Yeah, but then he's basically king beyond the wall now.
Yes.
So that means the entire fucking continent is ruled by Starks, and therefore as storybooky as it gets.
Yeah, you're right. But and he's going off to do the thing now. This is my question. Is there Jon the Wildling, Arya the Pirate, Sansa the Queen, Bran the Broken? Are all of these series going to be coming out of somewhere now? HBO has denied that Arya's pirates. They've already said that that's not happening.
Well, good. But I don't need.
I would watch that.
I don't need to see a teenage girl drown.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Oh man! All right, real quick. To steal somebody else's joke, but I did see this like on Reddit, like in the post-episode thread.
Yeah.
Where everybody was just giving, their quick comment. Somebody goes, Arya's going to find a group of islands west of Westeros and call the people there Dothraki, knowing they're not Dothraki, and then 1,000 years from now we're going to celebrate Arya Stark Day.
What?
All right. Arya's going to sail and discover a group of islands, and the people who inhabit it, she's going to call Dothraki, knowing they're not Dothraki. And then 1,000 years from then, they're going to celebrate Arya Stark Day. What's the capital of Ohio? What's the capital of South Carolina?
Okay, I get it. Knowing they're not Dothraki. What's west of Westeros?
Fucking Essos. You just gotta go far enough.
Yeah.
Like, really? Are we expected to believe there's like a North America equivalent somewhere on that planet? Where the hell would it fit?
But now, okay, so out of that, on a serious note, where do you, if any, spin-off shows? There's already a couple confirmed. I just don't know.
Blood Moon.
You'll get a what's up, diving? How's it going? We'll get a Night King.
Well, no, that's what the first one's gonna be.
The Night King backstory.
It's gonna be the Long Night, which is like the original.
Okay.
Ice zombie fight. What started everything?
Yeah, knowing where he's come
Poker
from.
Face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, here's your top 40.
Big Oak. Nope.
Is this?
Nope. We're just talking.
Are we being propositioned?
I don't know. Are we?
Is this like spam?
No. We're just talking about Game of Thrones, man. But anyway, yeah, big no. Yeah. So anyway, what if all other than the Night King? His origin story.
What would I like to see as a spin-off?
Yes. What would you like to see?
To have like an anthology kind of show where it's just every week is like a different story, just from whatever time period, just in that universe.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
That would be nice.
Like an episode like here's one guy, like a day in the life of a guy at the Night's Watch, or some knight from Highgarden 100 years ago who has to go off on some little mission, blah blah blah.
Like a prequel to everything?
Well, yeah. It can take place anywhere, Just every week, like, give you a little setting stamp at the bottom.
Yeah. That'd be good. I wouldn't mind anything else from that universe. Like that's a nice cinematic universe.
Yeah.
And I kind of
it's probably going to only expand from here.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with people just trying to make money now, and everybody wanting to cash in on everything. And I think that everybody from Netflix, Amazon, eventually are going to be getting in on spinoffs.
It was the media empire we needed for our for living in the dystopian world we do.
Now that being said, as a Star Wars fan. Is this Star Wars?
Like I would have been
like opening up, saying, "Okay, now you're the next big thing that we're gonna like." It's Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Game of Thrones right now. Those are the things that everybody wants more of, probably. Yeah. So
at the same time, less of somehow.
Yes, but is this Star Wars opening up to collect them into that that one group that they basically were the pioneers of, or is it like them passing the baton almost in a way?
You mean like with Benioff and Weiss taking on Star Wars? Do you think it's going to be more, what's the word I'm looking
Thronesy?
for? Yeah, like is Star Wars going to finally evolve to become an adult enterprise?
Yes, more Thronesy.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of has to be at this point, but I guess.
But it's so geared towards kids now with the Disney thing that it's I think.
Well, I mean, everybody.
And let's be honest, kids' movies are usually cheesy unless Pixar makes it.
Yeah, I mean, Disney owns Pixar.
I know, but Pixar is still like its own entity.
Yeah. But I mean, Disney, we can't just can't always just dismiss Disney as saying it's always going to be family friendly, because I mean they are at this point. They're just, they own Fox now, like they're just an entity at this point. Like,
Disney
everybody
at a
always
certain
shies
point
away from the name Disney because they think, but it's like at this point it's like no, it's just a studio.
Yeah,
like,
they own Miramax when Pulp Fiction was released.
Yeah, so, I mean they've been putting out what is one of Noah's favorite trivia questions to ask is what is it, Down and Out in Beverly Hills. The first Buena Vista film to be R-rated, a.k.a. like the first Disney film to be R-rated, or at least like produced by the studio, not like Disney. Like there was no princesses, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So I mean Disney's been. It's just you just hear the name and think campiness, but it's still just a major studio now and a monopoly and what's the word I'm looking for? It's another M1. You know.
Let's
just say a multitude of companies.
Yeah.
It's a parent company. A conglomeration.
Conglomerate.
A conglomerate. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. So, yeah, you can't just say, like, oh, it's Disney. It's going to be weak. It's just...
It's just a different name now.
Yeah, as long as...
The producer isn't going to change.
Yeah.
A director, rather. Speaking of which...
But yeah, all right, that being said, they better not fuck up Star Wars. Actually, I mean, what do I care? But... like, Star Wars is already fucked up.
Yeah, Star Wars is... I say Solo was nice, but see, I'm a new fan. I'm a new fan of Star Wars. You know, you remember when I started watching it, probably.
Yeah. Well, I've come around too. I remember on a previous podcast, I went very hard to defend Last Jedi, and it's kind of left me.
Well, I don't know. I liked Last Jedi a lot. And as a matter of fact, it was my favorite one, just because it's my favorite Star Wars movie to date. Just because.
You mean of all of them?
Yeah, well, not necessarily. I mean, I really liked Episode 3. Episode 3 is my favorite one. Episode 3 is my favorite Star Wars movie. But you got to understand, because I'm a new fan. Like, I didn't watch the originals. You know, I'm a new fan.
It shouldn't matter.
But still, I liked Episode 3 because you get to see Anakin become Vader. And I liked Last Jedi because I got a movie in my lifetime with Yoda in it.
Yeah, Yoda was the best part of that movie.
I liked that because I got a movie in my lifetime that came out that it was new, and I got to see a Yoda scene. Like, I thought that would never happen.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I would ever get that, and I got that. And as a new Star Wars fan, I really, really appreciated the fact that I felt like the series took me into account when making it. You know, I feel like they made a movie for somebody who hasn't been into Star Wars for very long to even more expand the magic for them. And that's why I liked it so much, because I felt like it was geared more towards not the people who had been dedicated for so long. And I mean, you guys will get your movie.
Yeah, I guess that's why I hate it. Yeah,
but more, you guys will get your movie. Like, I really think that'll happen. Like, but I just think
9
now
is going to be that.
I don't know, but I think that they know what they're doing with this.
I don't know. Maybe this was all just planned just because 9
the first one of what?
Amazing.
The first one of what, Big O? I'm sorry I didn't see that message there.
Force Awakens?
Or maybe the first Star Wars, I don't know.
What, New Hope? I mean, yeah. That's why I was giving you that weird look, because, you know.
Alec Guinness was the best Jedi.
When it comes to your favorite, it should be a 4, 5, or a 6. I don't know what those 3 and...
Well,
3
listen,
and 8 nonsense is.
Yeah, I know, but like 4, 5, and 6 were uneventful for me just because I knew the big spoiler. I knew the biggest spoiler. Yeah. It just, you know, and you can't grow
Backwards up. Spoilers meant something.
Yeah, I loved Chris Farley before I loved Star Wars. And obviously I found out the most important part of the series from him.
That Herbie Hancock signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, exactly. Foot penis.
Hey, Big Oak, check out the remastered or revisualized or reimagined Darth Vader Obi-Wan fight from New Hope. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Dude, yeah. But the Star Wars, I think the Star Wars saga is going to be in good hands, I think. Because it just seems like they're more aware now of what they're doing. It really seemed like they made a movie for us.
They made a bunch of mistakes.
Well, yeah, but
oh yeah, you still talking about how Last Jedi was?
Yeah,
a welcoming committee.
Yeah, consider it a mistake to some, but it definitely seems like they were taking into account. Okay, these guys, we want to give these people something that they never thought they would get. You know. Never thought you'd. I don't know. I never thought I'd get a movie with Yoda.
So, okay.
I never thought I'd get a movie with Yoda. I never thought that I would get like the
greatest teacher failure is.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Right. A Yoda and Luke. in the same movie. Like, it's like, oh shit, this is like the OGs right here. Like, I get a movie with all of the original. It's like Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later, but like way better. I don't know. Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later is pretty great.
I've never seen it either. So.
You never seen the original Wet Hot American Summer?
I know.
What? Yeah, I agree. Return of the Jedi had some nice characters. Like, I mean, out of those, 6 would be my favorite. But out of those, it would be 6.
Jedi's just my favorite.
Yeah,
it's a controversial thing to say, but fuck it, it's the best.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe
walking the plank. Come on.
Yeah, maybe there's time. Maybe there's time in the Star Wars era to still come out with your favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of has to be because Star Wars is the thing now.
Yeah,
it's not going away at this point.
Yeah, nor is Game of Thrones.
Yeah, nor is. Nor is Harry Potter. I mean, as long as J.K. Rowling's alive to tell you,
Dumbledore was gay.
Yeah, spoiler. What was it? One of the Twitter message I saw was like somebody was like, nobody, and it was like J.K. Rowling. Wait, what's his name? Nobby. Dobby.
Dobby
has a 12-inch cock.
Yeah. Yeah, she does drop random like Harry Potter things on Twitter all the time. And George Martin has said famously that he will not be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Vader, possibly the best character ever made on the screen. My favorite fictional character is the great Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Really?
Yes.
He only has 16 minutes of screen time in that movie.
And fucking murders every minute, no pun intended. Yeah, fava beans. All right. Well, we got about an hour and 36 minutes worth of good Game of Thrones.
They must be sick. Yeah, they must be as sick of us as
good Game of Thrones content
as you were waiting to see Joffrey die.
Yeah, dude, right?
Well, yeah, if I could have a final takeaway, it's kind of insulting to the fan base that they chose to rush it as much as they did the last 2 seasons. Your hacks, fucking, I mean, we shouldn't have been surprised coming from the guy who wrote X-Men Origins Wolverine, I mean.
Never seen that.
Yeah, well, all right, you ever seen a Deadpool movie?
Yeah.
Well, Deadpool's first appearance in a movie was in Wolverine, where he's a mute whose mouth gets sewn shut. Because that makes sense for Deadpool, right?
Yes,
Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. But, so hack, but crafty. They're good at writing like Trump's good at being rich. It's like they got people around him who help him.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Not to get too political, sorry, but,
Yeah, whatever.
There's no middle ground, right?
There's no middle ground.
You win or you die.
We're all safe.
But, big fuck you to the fans. Like I said, 3 more episodes, or maybe even more in each of those seasons would not have hurt at all. And, do Jon Snow some justice.
Yeah, Jon deserves better.
I'm sorry. The main character of the series, like maybe don't make him a babbling idiot.
Yeah, and also...
and not to mention he's fucking undead at this point. You don't just come back to life and be unchanged.
Yeah, and also...
Fucking sell it.
Yeah, Chavez Regal, fucking... Jesus, why am I drawing a blank? Fear and Loathing. Help me out.
What?
Fear and Loathing.
In Las Vegas?
Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson started every day with a glass of Chavez Regal. Yeah.
Scotland's... Oh, wait. What song's playing?
I don't know. But yeah, my cousin said, "Is there like any reason top 40 music is playing?" I was like, "I don't know. It picks up on this microphone somehow. Like if I mute that mic, it doesn't pick it up. I don't know what the deal is."
What's the deal here?
Maybe I need to line the inside with aluminum
top 40 music on the microphone.
What's the deal? Buy my buck.
Buy my buck. Oh, okay. Game of Thrones season 8. It stinks.
It stinks. You know, all of those are on YouTube. Every
Really?
episode, all of them.
No idea, man. I haven't watched an episode of that.
Dude.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Dude, every one of them's on YouTube.
It's like I haven't even seen it on a service of any sort. So I just, I always forget to look for it. But man, it's been so long. There's so few of them.
Yeah. God, man, John Lovitz.
Before its time, man. Or was it? Actually, maybe it was just a saturated market at that time.
I don't know, man. You go back and watch them, and you're like, dude, this is really good.
I know. But, I mean, just what it was competing with at the time. You had Golden Age Simpsons.
Yeah.
You had King of the Hill. You had that other cartoon show.
Daria.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead, then again. I guess I'm just thinking of Fox shows. So.
What's up, random Scottish guy? How you like that Scotch whiskey? Scotland's Prince of Whiskies. we actually do.
So I'll put on my shoes and wear a tie. I'm just a random Scottish guy.
Yeah, you look like one. You look a little Scottish Irish. Actually, you look like a fucking wildling.
And me member is the size of a tree.
Giant
That's
Spain.
why they call me Giant Spain.
Giant Spain. Hell yeah. We're sorry to
That one's got some Giant's blood in him, he does.
sorry to be racist Scottish over here.
You remember that from
Racist
season
Americans.
1? Hodor's giant dick?
Yeah. Hodor.
Hodor, put some clothes on.
Hodor.
Oh, man. All right. What was the line? Season 3. Jamie and Brienne. Jamie's talking shit about how Renly wouldn't have been a great king. And Brienne saying he was... it would have been a great king. Would have been a great king. He's like, shame the Iron Throne wasn't made of cocks. Oh, I said, love sitting there. And on that note,
oh man, poor Brienne,
poor Jamie, just being
poor
given
everybody.
up on as far as a character goes.
Poor fans.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? I'm glad to see that you had that feeling even though it only happened in a week, you still got to go full circle and you saw how
yeah.
Ooh, they probably could have done a little better with that.
Yeah, they could, but I don't look at things like that.
I know
that
you're you're too positive a person.
Yeah, well,
me and you to agree all the way on this.
Well, not just that, but I understand that I have written songs that maybe everybody wouldn't like, but I wrote them for me. And maybe these guys, maybe they didn't take too much into account that they were writing these things for as many people as they were.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They wrote it how they wrote it, and I now have that story to talk about. I mean, maybe it didn't go as well as people wanted it to go, but we have this beautiful story to talk about. Like, we have Westeros, and I know that George R.R. Martin is to thank for that, but let's be honest. We're all not going to fucking read. We're all not going to read the books.
We're not just going to do 5,000 pages in a week.
We're all not that way. So because of what these guys did, and dude, they're probably grew up Star Wars fans all their lives, and the Game of Thrones is 100% the big leagues. Don't get me wrong, but Star Wars is like the all-star game. Like that's your mecca, right?
They're going to conquer the top of both fields,
yes.
Silver screen and
exactly.
They call
TV. The silver
small
screen and the dirty screen.
No, it's the small screen, right?
Yeah, the small. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, silver screen and the small screen. Yeah, they're conquering the top, the most popular of both. So
yes, exactly. And I feel like. Yeah, I feel like they.
I will teach my children not to go to their churches.
But no, I think that, you get the call, okay, you're going to be able to do these next Star Wars films. And they're like, we want to wrap this show up that is the biggest thing ever and means so much to so many people. But we are also getting the opportunity to do something that we've probably dreamt about since we were old enough to have dreams. And I can't fault them for like not putting a little more effort into certain things. Maybe an extra couple episodes wouldn't change the Star Wars thing that much. But if they have deadlines and there's a lot of money on the table, I do understand business. So if whatever had to happen, we have the story now. We can talk about it. And we're probably going to get some great spinoffs, and we're going to get a great Lord of the Rings series from one of the writers. And I think there's a lot to be grateful for involving the Game of Thrones collection and family.
Well, just everything from here on out.
Yeah. It exists
that's
now.
really what the final episode's about. Everybody going their separate ways. It's just saying this is the face of media and entertainment now.
Yeah.
Everything's a universe.
Yeah.
You get your Marvels, your Star Warses, your Lord of the Ringses, your Middle Earths.
Everybody's got a story.
Your Westeroses.
Yeah.
Your, what else? What's the other one? I don't know. Just everything.
Yeah. But
you're fast. You're furious.
Yeah. Your Triple X's.
Yeah. Your Riddicks.
Your John Wicks.
Yeah. Oh, God. The Wickiverse. Like, that's probably,
Guess what else I have never watched a single one of yet because I know.
Because they're not all out yet.
When I do, they're great, I know, and I haven't watched a single one yet.
Well, I just saw that, 4 is coming out, and I thought that 3 was going to be kind of the wrap-up of it, but I guess they're just, so yeah.
Tarkovsky or Kubrick?
What? Kubrick.
Okay. I don't know who Tarkovsky is. What did he do?
I'm not sure. But, I mean, Kubrick's always the answer for me.
Yeah. Fake the moon landing. All right, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
No, he would have insisted on actually going.
Yeah. We're gonna get the fuck out of here, guys.
Remember, this is just a podcast. Words are wind.
This is just a podcast, indeed. Sticks and stones, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, please go to the Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to the Instagram, the Twitter, everything on the mistuffpodcast.com. Also, go to Skrewball Whiskey. Skrewballwhiskey.com.
For our friend Big Oak, Skrewball.
That's right. Indeed. Go to Skrewball Whiskey. We'll ship all over and maybe international. I'm not sure how that works, but maybe. I don't know. But definitely ships anywhere within the United States. What's up, Honey Badger? I am so baked right now. I'm glad you are too. But yes, please go to Skrewball Whiskey, get your Skrewball Whiskey, and go to the YouTube page, Kelsey Hudgens, KelseyHudgins.
Hey, that's you.
And that's me. And click subscribe on the YouTube page if you have not. I am 3 subscribers away from hitting 300 subscribers. So, yeah, we're moving on up.
That's almost as much as Stannis' army at the end.
Almost. Just about.
Oh, wait, that's how many Unsullied she had in episode 4 or 5, and then whatever. Then in episode 6, she had like 5,000 again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, indeed, Big Oak. Skrewball, SKREW, ballwhiskey.com. Our wonderful sponsors over out of San Diego Ocean Beach, California. OB, baby. OB.
What's west of California?
What's west of California?
The Channel Islands.
That's where all the maps stop. All right. All right, guys.
It must be nothing.
Yeah, it must be nothing. Yeah. All right. I think that's all I got for you. Yeah, do that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, at YonderWizard, WIZZERD. You want anybody to follow any of your? Do you use any of your Twitter at all or anything anymore? So
stay away from me.
Stay away from him. He likes Boston. Don't tell anybody. He doesn't want anybody to know anything personal.
Valor Morgulis.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll let you go ahead and get on with your day, audio folks. Be a good person. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. Peace, bitches. YouTubers, hang tight for just a second. Let's do this intro deal. Hey, guys. How you living? You doing well? Good. Glad to hear that. In this episode, brother Seth Scolaro stopped by to talk about Game of Thrones and part 2 of the installment of the Game of Thrones series of talks. The first one, of course, with Patrick Hanna, which you guys can look back and watch if you haven't seen yet. And this one, we cover, actually, I think we went a completely different way than me and Patrick went in our episode. So I like that we sort of covered a different ground. So, yeah, there's that. Also, we're going to be doing another Game of Thrones talk. And there'll probably be even more because Game of Thrones is a very big subject that a lot of people will have a lot of opinions on. So definitely want to give everybody an opportunity to get their opinion out. So we'll be doing that as well. So yeah, there's that. Also, please go to the Facebook page. Please go to the Instagram page. Go to the Twitter page at MI Stuff Podcast and just add the number 1 on Twitter and follow all that. Or at Kelsey Hudgens, Facebook, Instagram, Yonder Wizard, WIZZERD. If you want to follow me personally, I don't give a shit. I want to feel like everybody's watching me all the time. Keeps me honest.
More like Valor Porgulis.
Oh, yeah, dude. See, you got 8 years. You got 8 years on me of all of these terms and things that I don't really know that well. Anyway. There's a lot of that's going on soon, so you guys get to hear a lot of Game of Thrones knowledge from somebody who's literally poured a shitload of their life. And what is that? Almost a third? A little under.
Wow,
I'm trying to be nice.
When you put it in those terms, yeah. All right, I'll say a fourth.
Okay, a quarter of your life into this show. And, dude, Big Oak. He said he thought it was a woman show. There's a lot of womans in that show, man. You trust me, check it out. But anywho, yeah, we just chatted back and forth with a couple of the YouTube folks there towards the end. But we did a lot of good coverage in this episode, so I think you're going to enjoy that. But anyway, please go to the YouTube page if you're listening on audio. Kelsey Hudgens, KelseyHudgins, and click subscribe. Currently, I am 3 subscribers away from 300 subscribers, so very excited to get to that threshold. A little closer step to 1,000. That's our goal, is to get to 1,000. But anyway, please go and click subscribe. Go to mistuffpodcast.com and all the links to all the social media and all the pages to do with the podcast are linked up there at mistuffpodcast.com, along with the blog that I write. I wrote a blog about baseball earlier this week, and it ended up being just a story about Jackie Robinson and leading progression in the country in a way, and it was pretty good. So check that one out if you enjoy reading blogs and things of that sort. And if you don't have to. Who gives a shit? All right. So I think that's all of the intro-y stuff that I've got. Live from the Skrewball Whiskey Studios, SKREW Ball Whiskey, Skrewball Whiskey. Yep, Skrewball.com, SKREW. Yeah, you can just leave the plastic, the straw in the top. Yeah, you can sit that. I got a couple of them sitting over there, and you can throw that one away in the actual thing. There you go. Look at that. I just did an episode a while ago about recycling things and how I'm like strange about that. It's funny that that happened. Anyway,
the intro.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, yeah, you're right. You're still doing the intro, so I'll let you get to some content. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 138 of the My Stuff Podcast featuring Seth Scolaro, a little Game of Thrones talk, part 2. Enjoy, motherfuckers. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here Brother Seth, appreciate you coming, hang out, friend.
Appreciate being here.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, be good people. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. Peace, bitches.
Don't be a Bolton.